Hello, and welcome back to Beginner Quick Hits. I'm Tracy, TMagFit on Instagram, and today we are working full body. All right, so the only gear that I want you to have today, all you need is something that you can hold in your hands. It's more of a placeholder than anything else. I'm literally going to be using a book. I'm rocking a little bit of Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein today. We're gonna start, it's gonna be an ab move. I just want you to have something in your hands. It could be a pillow. You can use a weight if you'd like. I'm gonna talk about that when we get to that move, about incorporating something heavier when you're ready for it. But start out with something nice and light, just something to have in your hands, all right? So, full body, lower, upper, abs, all the things, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest in between. 6 moves, 2 times through for a total of 12 minutes. If you have time, I want you to do this video twice, all right? But if this is one of those days where you don't have time to get any more than 12 minutes in, fit in what you can. All right, here we go. The timer is started. We've got 20 seconds until we begin. We are starting off with some squats. And I would like you to be doing this off of a bench or a couch or a chair, anything you've got that you could tap your booty down on to make sure that our form is spot on with squats, all right? Remember, we don't want our knees to cross in front of our toes. There's the buzzer. Let's get it going. Just tap it down and stand it back up. Tap it down. The weight goes through the heels of your foot here. Push up through the heels and squeeze the glutes, right? Tap it down and squeeze it up. Good. Here we go. You can put your hands up. I don't know why I put them here. This is where I like to, this is a comfortable position for me. You can have your hands tented in front of you. You could just have them balancing you here, whatever you would like to do. Good. Excellent. 7 seconds left. You got this. And then we're going to move on to a move that I call the Frankenstein. All right. This is going to be a move that's going to work on all of your legs, but it's also going to be mostly stretching out our hamstrings, all right? So what we're going to do is you're going to kick your leg forward and try to touch your toe. Now, you're going to be in varying states of flexibility with this, so your Frankenstein might be down here, and you might only be touching your knee. That is fine. The goal here is to raise it up, keep it straight, and get it as high as you can, and feel that stretch through the back side of your leg here, all right? You're gonna feel a stretch, kick it up, and get out there as far as you can. Like I said, aiming for your toes, but fully understanding that where you are is going to be dependent on your level of fitness, your level of flexibility, all right? Good. Kick them up. Once you get the balance and the rhythm here, you can pick up your speed, but it doesn't need to be super fast. Don't want anybody falling over on me. Excellent. All right, so here we go. Down to the ground. That was our first 2. We are going to stand, sit, kneel, whatever, in a tabletop position here. And we are going to pretend like we have something in our hands, and we are going to row it up. All right, so you're going to bring that shoulder, that arm up, and you're going to feel your shoulder blades squeezing in as if you were trying to squeeze a pencil in the center of your back between your shoulder blades. All right? So raise that arm up off the ground, balance yourself between your knees and your hand there, not your third hand, it's your third limb there, all right? Knees in your hand, make sure that your shoulder is stacked right over the top of your wrist so that you are protecting all of your joints. Good. And if you need to pause in between to keep your balance, do that, all right? If this feels very easy for you, add in something here. Hold on to something. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. So same move we just did. I'm going to turn a little bit for you so you can see it. I'll demonstrate what this looks like with a weight this time so that you can see. If you feel, like I said, that is nice and easy for you, add a challenge. Find something that you can lift to make it a little bit harder for yourself. All right, so you would start here, and instead of just raising your arm up this way, all right, you're on your other side now. All right, now I'm gonna add a weight to it, and I'm gonna make sure I'm focusing mind to muscle, right? I'm focusing on the muscles in the center of my back and pulling those shoulder blades together, right? That's what it would look like if you wanted to add a weight to it. But right now, we're just raising it up. I'm holding my hand in a fist because it feels more natural, because it feels like I'm holding a weight there, but you don't have to. Good. We're gonna stay down here for the next move. You may remember this from the previous workout called bird dog. There we go. All right, bird dog. Now we're gonna be balanced again in this tabletop position, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend our right arm and our left leg, all right? And then we're gonna switch it up and go left arm and right leg. We're gonna start simple by doing it that way, but partway through, I'm gonna add a little bit more. So here we go, ready? Right arm, left leg, balance it, squeeze that core, all right? That's gonna help you stabilize and not wobble and fall over. Good. Excellent. Now, if you're ready to move this a little bit more challenging, I want you to hold it for a second and pulse the arm and the leg up 3 times, then bring it down. Extend, pulse, 2, 3, and bring it down. Good, switch sides. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keeping that belly button pulled into your spine. There is our bell. Stand back up for me. We're gonna do our last of our 6 moves before we do it all again. It's gonna be a standing ab rotation. Here's where I want you to have your book or whatever it is that you're gonna be holding, all right? We're gonna stand with our hips, our legs about hips distance apart. Why that didn't come out, all right? And what you're gonna do is keep those hips facing forwards and rotate your body to the side. So hold that object right out in front of you and rotate. Aim for your shoulders going 90 degrees from where your hips are, all right? You might not be able to get all the way around yet, depending on your range of motion in your trunk here. So do the best that you can to rotate through. And if this is nice and comfortable, you can add in a weight that's a little bit heavier and it will increase the challenge. But until you feel extremely comfortable with your form, I just want you holding something light in your hands to keep you honest, all right? Otherwise, it's real easy to pull that shoulder too far over to the side and just have the arms moving instead of the whole trunk. Your abs to be engaged here. All right, we're back to the top with our bench squat. Let me get this bench back up in here. All right, here we go. Booty down, tap it, push through the heels, squeeze it at the top. Tap it down, squeeze it. Pinch that penny between those cheeks all the way through the move. Good. Really work those legs. Now, if you're starting to get comfortable in your form with this squat, I want you to pick up a little bit of speed. If you'd like to increase the challenge on this, take away your bench if your form is good. If you're not sure if your form is correct, take a video. All right, videotape yourself doing it, record yourself on your phone or whatever, and then I want you to watch it back and see if your form looks the way that it should. All right, that's how I find mistakes in my own form all the time. All right, we're on to Frankenstein's. Remember, we're kicking our leg out. See if you could kick your leg up just a little bit higher this time than you did last time. All right, you should be a little bit more warm now. All right, here we go. Good. Squeeze those abs, all right? Don't let your back crunch. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see my back is nice and tall. My leg is doing all the work here. I'm not reaching out for my foot. My foot is coming up to my hand. And remember, if that means this, fine. But keep that back nice and tall, all right? Keep the spine nice, and elevated. Lost my balance there a little bit. And that's okay. Everyone has better balance on one side than the other. My right side, my right foot is my less balanced side, so I tend to wobble more on that side. All right, here we go, down to our tabletop so we can do the rows, all right? If you would like to add in a weight, you can, but again, we're working on form still, so we're working on just getting our body moving in the correct postures, using the correct muscle groups, okay? So here we go, ready? Rowing up, I'm doing right first, balancing between those 3 limbs here, your knees in your hand, squeezing that back, shoulder over wrist, hips over knees, the back is nice and flat, the abs are pulled in and engaged, and I'm squeezing that shoulder blade and trying to hold on to an imaginary pencil right there in between your shoulders. Good. Your arms should remain in line with your shoulder here. We're not pulling it back. That is another way that you can do this move. It just works a different set of muscles. All right, there we go. That's that side. Now we're gonna move on, do the other side. And then we got bird dog, abs, and we're done already. All right, here we go. 6 seconds till we're in. All right. And again, I'm doing this with a fist just because to me that feels more like what it would feel like with a weight in my hand. But if you want to do it with your hand flat, that's fine. If you're not going very quickly, that is also fine. You need to find yourself in your balance point, right? Because this is a move that does require a little bit of balance, but that's good for us because when we have moves that are only on one side like this, it requires us to engage more muscles in order to stay up, right? We could just stand up and do this move like this, and we'll be working both sides at the same time. However, when we do this, it forces your body to engage those core muscles a lot more than it otherwise would, and you end up working more things at the same time, right? So we get more bang for our buck, as it were. All right, we are on to the bird dog, right? So we're gonna stay down here in our tabletop position, and I want you to try to pulse it out with me, okay? If you can find that balance, right? Do it nice and slow to get yourself out, and then pulse, 2, 3. Good, switch sides. And pulse, 2, 3. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm worried I'm getting out of your shot here, except that my bench is there. Hold on. Let me get the bench out. You keep going, you keep going. All right, there we go. Pulse, 2, 3. Find that balance. I just came into that a little bit too quickly and almost fell over on that one. Pulse, 2, 3. Take your time on the switch. Make sure you're not gonna fall over. 2, 3. And if you do, not to worry, just stand back up, get yourself back up and do it again. All right, here we go. Last one, we're on our last move here. We're on our ab rotations, holding our book or our pillow or whatever it is out in front of us. And we are going to rotate our abs right here. Everything basically, think about rotating through your belly button, all right? Rotate through the belly so that your shoulders face side, and then rotate the other direction, keeping those ab muscles nice and firm, making sure that the motion is initiating from the abs and not from the shoulders. This is not what we're doing. That's working on your shoulders. We're working on our abs, all right? Good. We're almost there. It's the last one. And then you're done for today, unless you have time to do it again, in which case, do it again. 3, 2, and 1. You did it. Fantastic job, friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Bye.